Hello, welcome to my before and after challenge. Let's talk about the rules of composition. Hello, welcome to Ian's studio. I'm Ian M. Butterfield, and this is the first challenge as part of my before and after challenge. If you haven't watched the initial video yet, and if you haven't created your before images yet, I'd really encourage you to do that. The link will be up on the screen, should be somewhere, well, up that direction I should think. In that first video I talked about the challenge as a whole and the need to create a set of 5 images at a known location. This is the first of the follow-on challenges or exercises that you need to do. And today I'm going to be talking about the rules of composition, or to be very specific, 3 different rules of composition. The first rule of composition I want to talk about is the rule of thirds. The importance of putting your horizon somewhere other than in the middle of your shot. And typically we want to use it on the third lines, and also putting your subject somewhere other than in the middle, typically on the third line over on one side or the other. Now, if you want more detail on this, I've got a link to some resources down below in the description of this video, which will take you to a much longer one where I talk about the rule of thirds. So do have a look on that. Just imagine your image divided by a noughts and crosses board. You're trying to put your subject on either one of the lines or one of the intersections on that noughts and crosses board. That's the rule of thirds. The next rule I want to talk about is framing. I don't mean putting your photo in a picture frame. I mean having an element on one or more sides of it which helps draw your attention to the image. So it might be some trees going over the top of the image, and that would act as framing. It might be an object on one side that would do it. A classic one is looking through a bridge, that sort of thing, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be some other element of framing. Again, resources down below will give you a bit more information on that. The third rule of composition I want to talk about is lead-in lines. And what are lead-in lines? Well, it's typically where you've got an element that draws the eye towards your subject. So classic examples of that might be railings, fences, roads even, or footpaths, again drawing the eye towards your subject. So what's this exercise that I'm going to get you to do today? So what is this challenge? Well, the challenge is to find a subject. Doesn't matter what it is. I've chosen the hall here at Vernon Park. Once you've chosen your subject, I want you then to photograph it 3 times using each of the different rules of composition. First of all, rule of thirds, then framing, and then lead-in lines. So here I've got a number of options. For the rule of thirds, from where I am now, I can just frame it so that the house is on that intersection of the noughts and crosses board. For the lead-in lines, I'm hoping to use the roadway for that. And for framing, well, there's the possibility of the trees, but I wonder whether that magnificent frog down there might work as a framing device. So, come with me and let's see how I get on creating my 3 images for this challenge. Right, that's the lead-in lines. I've got the path on the edge coming in from the corner. Okay, so I've just got my final shot to create now, which is my framing shot. And I've decided I'm going to use this magnificent frog as my framing device. Now, hopefully this will show you that framing doesn't have to be something all the way round. In this case, it's just on one side. So I'm going to crouch down here, get the shot with the frog looking at the hall, and that should be my framing shot. And there we go, I'm done. I've got all 3 shots that I needed, so it's back to the studio to do the editing on them and to upload them to my Facebook group. So hopefully you're enjoying the challenge. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please do so, so that you'll get future updates of the other challenges as part of this before and after challenge. And I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep making great photos. Bye for now.